today's crochet video, we're going to be working on a snowflake. The size that you see before you is a category 00 yarn and a 1.5 millimeter hook. But for video's sake, we're going to be working on this size, which is category 3 yarn and a 3.5 millimeter hook. Now, this snowflake is very versatile for the holidays. You can make it into an ornament, you can make multiple and use it in a garland, or you can do what I'm going to do and incorporate it into gift wrapping, but I'll show you how to do that at the end of the video. But with all that being said, let's get straight into the tutorial. So, like I said before, we're going to grab our category 3 yarn, make a slip knot. We're going to grab our 3.5 millimeter hook, and then we're going to do a chain of 6. Once when we have our chain 6, we're going to take our hook and insert it into the very first loop that we made. And from here, let's take that off, we're going to connect it with a slip stitch. And from here, we're going to have a little circle, and we're going to single crochet 15 times into the circle. And it may get a little bit crowded, so you may have to push this side over while you're crocheting, but 15 single crochets will definitely fit into this loop. And this is what we should have once when we do 15 single crochets into the loop. And from here, we're going to chain up 3. This counts as a double crochet. And we're going to prepare for a double crochet and go into the very next loop with a double crochet. And we're going to do the same thing into the very next loop, just double crochet into the next loop. So you have 3 double crochet next to each other, and then you're going to chain up 3. And from here, we're going to prepare for another double crochet, but just go into the very next loop that's available. And we're going to do 3 double crochet in total, so 2 more. So all we're doing is creating this gap in between all of the double crochet, but we're going into every loop that we have. And then once when we have all that, I'll meet you once when we're done. So this is what you should have. You should have 5 of these little chunks of 3 double crochet. And from here, we're going to slip stitch in through these next double crochet just so we can get to this next opening. So we're going to slip stitch 1, 2. Once when you get to the opening, you can do a regular single crochet. But we're going to chain up 3 once when we get here. 1, 2, 3. This counts as a double crochet. And we're going to double crochet a total of 5 times in here. So we've already done this. This counts as 1. So we're going to do 4 more. I can't count today. Once when you have your 5 double crochet into this loop, you're going to chain 3 and prepare for a double crochet and go into this opening again with another 5 double crochet. We're going to do that all the way around until we get back to the first set. Now this is our row of 5 double crochet, chain 3, and what we're going to do now is that we're going to chain up 4, and 3 of them count as double crochet, 1 of them is just a chain. We're going to prepare for a double crochet, and then we're going to go into the very next loop with a double crochet, chain 1, prepare for another double crochet, go into the next loop again, and we're going to do this 5 times. And then from here, once we have this portion, we're going to chain 4, and then we're going to do it again. So prepare for a double crochet, go into this very first loop, chain 1, double crochet. And we're going to do that until we get all the way around. Now that we're finished, our next row is going to consist of chaining up 3. This counts as a double crochet, and we're going to double crochet 5 times into this section. So this counts as 1. We're going to double crochet into the next loop. So it's 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then from here, we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to double crochet 5 times again into the second half of this section. But in order to do that, we're going to need to insert our hook into the same loop that our last double crochet was in, so into the very middle loop. So there's 1, and then from here, just double crochet as usual. 3, 4, and 5. Now that we're done with this, we're going to chain 3, and then do this all over again. Once when we get here, we're going to slip stitch 3 times into the next 3 loops. So here's 1, 2, and 3. And from here, we're going to chain up 12. And from here, we're going to attach our chain 12 on this side again. But if you need to count, we're going to do 3 more slip stitches. If you need to count, you can count from the end. So here's 1, 2, 3. Insert your hook into the third one. So here's 1 slip stitch, 2, and 3. And then once when you get here, you're going to single crochet into this middle loop 2 times. So here's 1, 2, and from here we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to single crochet 2 more times into this loop. And then from here we're going to start this part over again. So slip stitch 3 times, chain 12, and all that good stuff. I'll meet you once when we're done. Once we made it back around, what we're going to do now, we're going to prepare for a double crochet automatically, and we're going to go into this big loop that we made 9 times. So here's 1 double crochet, if it can go through. There we go. We're going to do this 9 times. Once we have our 9 double crochet, we're going to chain up 4, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to slip stitch into the very first chain that we made, like that, and then we're going to do another 9 double crochet down this way. Once we've done our second bit of 9 double crochet, what we're going to do now is we're going to attach it back down here. So what we're going to do is we're going to see this last chunk that we did. There's going to be a loop right in this corner. We're going to insert our hook into that corner with a slip stitch, and then we're done with that. But we still have a little bit to go, so we're going to chain 1. We're going to prepare for a double crochet, and then in our last row we did a chain 2 in this middle portion, and this is what it's for. It's so that it's easier for us to do this portion. So we're going to double crochet into that middle loop that we made previously. From here we're going to chain up 3, insert our hook into the first loop, and then we're going to double crochet again. We're going to do this 3 more times, so 4 in total. Once we have that section done, we're going to chain 1 and then connect it back into the same corner that we started with over here. So this is the corner right in between these 2 spots. Go ahead and insert your hook with a slip stitch. And from here, we're going to do the same thing over again. So prepare for a double crochet, do 9 double crochet, chain 4, all that good stuff. I'll meet you once when we are all the way around. And once when you are done with that row, you can chain 1, cut and tie, and then you are done. All you have to do is weave in the ends. And once when I do that, I'll show you how I incorporate this into my gift wrapping. So I finished my snowflake, and what we're going to do now is show you how to use it into your wrapping. So toss that over there. I'm going to slide this over, and I have already pre-cut some festive colored yarn to add to the tie. So this is our wrapping. It's a little funky, but it's okay. We're gonna make it cute so that no one sees that. So from here, we're going to grab our yarn and do one of these like that, and then we're going to, if I can, secure it underneath, and then we're going to grab the pretty one, which is the small cotton one, and we're going to be weaving these 2 ends in through the middle. And if you need help, you can grab your hook and just kind of pull it on through. There's one, there is the other. You're going to go ahead and pull this tight, and so from here I'm going to tie a knot like this. I'm going to pull it so that it's not as long, and then trim the ends if I can find it. There we go. And this is it. you're all done. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram and tag me in all of your crochet creations because I'm a creep and I'd love to see them all. Thank you so much, guys. Happy holidays, and I'll see y'all in the next one.